Nigerians, why do you like suffering and smiling? Why do you like enduring hardship when you can have a lot more? Hello, everyone. I'm back again with my partner in crime.
Hello, everyone.
He's my husband.
My name is Amechi, husband to Flo Chinyere. So welcome to Flo Chinyere's channel.
Hey. Today, we are here to dissect this question, the question I asked earlier. Why are Nigerians so docile? Why do they like suffering? This one is no longer suffering and smiling. Nobody is smiling these days, man. We were all these small countries, you see them protesting when their government is not doing anything good. But Nigerians will be there, praying, shouting on social media, not doing anything, while their leaders put them inside mortar and be pounding them. They'll pound you slowly today, If you don't talk, they pound you harder. Yet you do nothing. Why is that? Maybe why do you think? Because start talking because
There are many reasons for that. So, for me, number one, just look at politically. Nigerians are, would I say, they are docile, they are pathetic, according to Babangida, Obasanjo, most of the Nigerians, even the leaders that say Nigeria have not stoned them because they don't have the guts. So, okay, look at the last election. At least, majority of Nigerians believe that Peter Obi's mandate was stolen. Look at the election in Lagos State. Look at the rivers. Look at across Nigeria, even for other political parties.
But do they really believe
and
this?
The candidates that emerged.
Sometimes I ask, do Nigerians really believe this? Because a lot of people registered for voters card because of Peter Obi. A lot of people came out to vote, even under the rain, under the sun, under the violence that were meted out to a lot of people. Still, they voted. They were brave enough to come and vote.
Yeah.
Why are they not brave enough to come and protest their mandate that was stolen? Because, to be honest, it's not Peter Obi's mandate, as far as I'm concerned, because before the election, we were shouting, we are vying for presidency through Peter Obi. But now the mandate is stolen. It's our mandate that is stolen. So why did we did not protest the midnight announcement? We did not protest the swearing in. We did not protest the appeal court judgment. Election petition tribunal. It was done by the appeal court, right?
Yeah.
The election petition tribunal judgment. We did not protest the Supreme Court judgment.
Nigerians are well known for their docility, coupled with this religious indoctrination, both Christianity and Islam, because we've been indoctrinated in such a way that you believe that maybe, like most of the Muslims, that any position you are is how God destined you to be. And some of these Christians,
even if you stole that,
telling even their congregants too, whatever you do is how God wants it. But that's not the truth. That's not the position.
I don't believe that.
In this Western world, they believe that leaders are supposed to be held accountable for whatever they do. Protest, massive one. And it's because
shut down the country.
Yeah.
They're not going to do anything.
They're not going to do anything.
How many people would they kill?
Those people who kill and have their relations.
If their relatives come out, they will not shoot into that crowd.
Among the people that are protesting. But because in Nigeria, they just find one reason. Oh, it's because he's an Igbo man. That is why they are protesting. It's because he's Ishekiri. It's because he's outside. It's because he's Yoruba. It's because of his job. That's what is killing us. All this ethnicity and sectionalism and tribalism. Once somebody does something wrong, instead of you to hold the person accountable,
or even condemn that thing, whether it's good or bad, they'll be thinking of where he's from first before they take position.
Because that was when all is said and done. This is why people are just rooting for Peter Obi. It's not. If I see it, I sometimes weep. Because I'm from Anambra State. Peter Obi is equally from Anambra State. It is on record that Peter Obi, among his commissioners, none came from his hometown of Pago throughout his tenure. But people will just go into office now, you pack your village people, you pack your
that don't know anything,
pack everything. into government, whether they know what they are doing or not. When you say Nigeria is a multi-religious, multi-ethnic country, to the exclusion of the others, and you feel that these other people will be happy.
Forget about the Igbos. Igbos are not happy. The Hausas, are they not the number one Almajiris? Have you seen the videos of people? Once somebody is eating, a crowd of children will gather. Once that person removes his hand, you see the way they will dive the food. Is that one? Will you say that one is doctored as well?
I don't even want. I lived in the north now. This one is
yes,
not
he lived in the north.
It's a first-hand experience. So
I've been to the north, but I didn't experience this in Meduguri.
No, you were a passerby. You did not stay.
Or maybe you say we stayed in a posh place.
I lived in the north for maybe 4 or 5 years in Josan Bauchi. So I know all these things firsthand. Like the poverty capital in Nigeria is, when you talk of extreme poverty, and incidentally, it's the northern itself that can ginger and mobilize for a massive protest if they want. But the problem is that the Alhajis and the
big guys,
yeah,
they prefer that
the
majority
political laws they have caged them with religion and all other rubbish. So they now see any opposition as maybe you're against Islam,
you're against the
North. You don't want to force them. Meanwhile, all these Alhajis and all these their people in the political power, they shield their children, and these Talakawas, the poor people cannot marry the rich. The rich are intermarry themselves. Most of them are in America, in England, in Europe, studying. These other ones are the people that don't go to school. When they finish school, look at some of these revelations, some of these EFCC we have had it before. You see a minister buying series of houses for his children in Abuja, duplexes, worth billions of naira, for people that are studying, maybe in America or in England. Whereas the masses, and people are seeing all this.
And kept quiet.
Say no.
The ignorant Almajiris that are not educated, that's understandable. But what about there must be educated people in the north that are not so rich like these politicians. What are they doing about it?
Those educated ones, there are few. And because of this, Almajiris are benefiting more from those upper class, those Alhajis or the politicians in the upper class. They will listen to those people more.
For me, I think the reason why we are docile is because of our culture. Which culture are you talking about? You see, in our culture, let me start from the Western culture, then I'll end up with Nigerian culture. In the Western culture, once you're 18, you're on your own. If you're still living with your parents, you start contributing to the utilities, the feeding and everything. You actually be paying rent in some homes. Here, education is free up to secondary school. Once you finish secondary school, you pay for fees, you pay to study in the university, but your parents are not obligated in any way to send you to university. If they don't have the money, they can say they don't have the money to send you to university. It's up to you. From 18, it's up to you if you want to go to university to go and look for grants, loans to go to school, to send yourself to school. If you don't want to go and get loans, or if you don't want to go to university, nobody will force you. You can even get jobs with your secondary school certificate here because the country is working. But in Nigeria, our culture is that our parents take care of us. Parents, benefactors, relatives, uncles, aunties take care of us. They pay for our university education. They train us in school. Because I'm telling you, if you go and get a student loan to go send yourself to university and you graduate and you don't get a job, I'm sure you will fight that government for not giving you a job because you need to pay off your loan, right? You need to eat. Yeah. Your parents are not there feeding you. But in Nigeria, parents will feed you. Some parents will even marry wives for their children. Yes, some parents are even paying rent for their children.
Yeah.
Yes, because when you go for NYSC, some people, their parents still continue to pay their rent, right? Yeah. Even though they're earning minimum wage there. So I think the number one killer is our culture of taking care of people. Like, people have this mindset that there will always be somebody to take care of their needs, either a relative, a friend, a sugar daddy for the women, a sugar mommy for the young boys. That's the thing. That's my conclusion, because if you do not hope that food is coming from somebody else, you will be out there on the streets fighting these bad leaders. I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
Because once the people think, they don't even think about the government. The only people they think about is their relative. You think about one of your rich relatives. Let me go and beg him for money. Let me go and beg him for data.
Yeah.
Let me go. If you want to wear pants, relative, parents, brothers and sisters, siblings. If you want to eat, relatives. If you want to do that, your siblings, everything are the people around you except the government. If you're sick, your relatives. Nobody, like Nigerians don't know, like an average Nigerian does not know that the government should provide these things like electricity, what do you call it, healthcare for them. They don't know that.
Well, yeah.
I believe they don't know that, because if they know that, they wouldn't be so entitled towards their family members.
No, some know, but because of this thing you just mentioned, because and even coupled with this religious indoctrination, both Christianity and Islam.
Okay, so now culture and religion. What else?
Culture and religion.
What else? What else makes Nigerians endure this kind of blatant? Because it's so blatant now. Like, what are you gonna do?
Culture and
kind
religion,
of situation.
I will say tribalism too, because we are so attached to our tribe that whatever our tribesman do is not bad. Whatever. Because don't tell me that what is happening now, even with this Tinubu administration, how Nigerians are suffering.
But there are a lot of, I believe still that there are a lot of Yorubas. I see them online.
There are lots of them.
Because Nigeria is such a country that from your name we will know where you're from. At least majority. I know that some people in Bini area, their names look like they're Yorubas, but majority of people that have Yoruba names are Yorubas. The same with Igbos, the same with Northerners. So what we are trying to say is, I see a lot of Yorubas that stand by what is right.
What is right.
They know what is right, irrespective of who is doing it.
And
let's not forget those people. And there are also Hausas that are like that. And there are also Igbos like that. So why is it that these people that stand on the same thing, let's even remove obedient, because that word obedient is now used to, some people even think that it's only Igbos that are obedient. I mean, they know that's not the truth, but that's what they want to be voicing out to gaslight you into trying to explain to them, but they know. So why can't those people are large enough across all tribes? Why can't these people come to, these are young men and women that are educated. So ignorance is not an issue here. Is it fear of what will be done to them? Or is it a question of who will bail the cat? Because I see enough of them. All these large numbers of people that came at the major cities where the populations are in Nigeria, like Lagos is the most populated area in Nigeria. Majority of people voted for Peter, in spite of all the cancellations and all the obliterations of his votes. He still won there. We're not even going to talk about the disenfranchisement, the people that were not allowed to vote because they looked like Igbos. So we're not even going to count those ones, but still, he won. That shows you that he beat them hands down, maybe 100-0. For them to cancel, so still, he won. We know that these people that understand, there are enough Nigerians. We are plenty, eh? There's no way people that are uneducated in Nigeria are more than the people that are educated.
No, they are.
I don't think so.
Unfortunately, they are.
Because the lies about KKK states being largely populated was debunked during this election.
The issue is, it's not, Nigeria is basically a traditional society. Forget about it.
Traditional in what sense? I'm talking about people who are educated now, who are aware of what is happening. And these people supported the good candidates, the qualified candidates. So I strongly believe that this group of people are large enough to come out and do something. Why are they not doing something? That's my worry. That's my question.
Those educated ones, like I said, they are in the minority. It's not as if they cannot do anything, but among them too, most of them doesn't have this mindset and you're talking about. Some of them are still divided because they grew up in Nigeria.
What kind
divided
of
by having some inclination towards their tribe?
No, I'm trying. Okay. Let me
trying
repeat.
to say the people that are really agitating for a new Nigeria across board.
That is what I've said now. Like Yoruba, there are a good number of them. Yoruba people Hausa people, you go online, you see them, they are talking sense.
There are not. There
And
are
from
not. There are not many.
that you think there are not many?
There are not many.
I don't think so.
If you okay,
I don't.
how many Nigerians are online? Even if you go online and see 1 million Nigerians,
we keep asking this question of this. This was a question we asked during election. How many Nigerians are online? The people online are a percentage of the country. They are still a representative of the country. If you do sampling by sampling, that percentage of people online can as well influence the people that are not online in their families. These people have a position of influence because if you can be online 247, if you can understand what is going on, I believe that you are okay financially because when it comes to influence, financial influence is there. You cannot exactly. So if you have financial influence, you stand the chance to influence. You can call your people, they can listen to you, and you can educate them on what to do. Actually, that was how Peter Obi's campaign went because a lot of us that understand what is going on will go home. You guys saw the video that I made in the village. You go home and in fact, when I was educating them, they themselves knew because people are suffering. People are suffering. You cannot tell me. I know that there are a handful of people that are ignorant, that will be following tribe. Okay, oh, this person is my brother. We are going to vote him. But there are still. You saw we were all here watching the videos of people interviewing people, even in the market. People are aware of what is happening. People are aware of the candidate that knows what he is going to do there. People are aware of the candidate they voted for. I'm not saying that there's nobody that voted for the other ones they voted, but people are aware that Peter Obi won the election. And these people are large in number. I don't want to believe that they're not large in number because they keep telling you elections are not won online. They're not won online. But they saw all the polls that were done online, maybe on Twitter or on Twitter is the most popular place for polls that time. This thing played out on election day. If they strongly believe that elections are not won online, why did they come and stop people from voting? They should have allowed people to vote. They should have allowed a free and fair election now. They know. Even themselves know who majority of the people want to vote for. They know. That's why they did what they did on that day. That's why what happened in Rivers happened. That's why what happened in Lagos happened. That's what happened. I mean, these are the two places. What was it in Akwa Ibom as well? That kind of intimidation happened. The disenfranchisement that happened in the East, they already knew that those in the East will vote for Peter Obi. So they didn't bother to come and use violence there. What they did there was to bring materials late. Yes, that's what they did there. Right. They brought materials late. They didn't bring materials in a lot of places. They dumped their vote. Some people's vote for some areas. They dumped their voters' card somewhere. Meanwhile, they were telling them that it was not ready. So they did all sorts of other things to disenfranchise people in the East. But in areas where they have the power, where they have the control, they use violence in those places. So they know. And we all know, we Nigerians, we all know that who won the election. We all know that if there's Pororom now, I believe that Nigerians are waiting for somebody to bail the cat. It's fear. They're afraid of dying. Before you know it, they will quote October 2020 EndSARS for you. Tell you, look at what they did. But because that EndSARS is a sensitive era, sensitive occurrence, I don't like arguing about it because when you try to argue about it in the sense that actually it was the youths that did the EndSARS, there was not really a proper shutdown of the country in the real sense of shutting down a country. Like the Arab Spring, there was nothing like that. When you shut down a country, the government will know that you shut down a country. It's not just youths, people working in maybe banks or they were going to work as usual. But when you shut down a country, everywhere is shut down. Because even the kobo that they are getting to use to buy the SUV will not be available. No income will be generated in the country. The whole country will be shut down when you shut down. Like if a massive crowd is coming, shut down everywhere. Everybody comes and everything grinds to a halt. Nigerians can take back their country. That's what I believe. These things will not come on a platter of gold. You have to fight back.
But that's a problem now. Who those people who is willing to die? Because if you know you die in a lawless country, maybe some of these people, your parents have toiled to train you in school. you go and die for nothing. No compensation.
Okay, let me give you an example. You don't die in that one, and you eventually die. We will eventually die in that country because you die in the hands of kidnappers. So there's one tweet somebody was tweeted and said, if you're around a certain place in Abuja and and you have a car, please can you come? My brother is not breathing. That person's brother has died. Imagine a country where you can't call an ambulance. This is in Abuja, oh, the capital, like the capital of an oil producing country. You cannot call an ambulance and the person died like that. Is that not death? These are the people that we know about. People die every day for stupid reasons in that country. So why are you afraid of death in that sense when you're dying slowly? There are some youth corps members that were kidnapped on their way to their camp. Up till now, they're still in captivity. God knows what they're going through. And you're telling me that you are free to protest, that they will kill you. No, I don't understand. They're just delaying it. We are just delaying it.
In Nigeria, you face danger of dying every day. But,
even inside your house.
When you tell people to go and face soldiers with bullets and people that are untrained, that are ready to shoot, majority will say, no, boy.
If that soldier knows that his family member is in that crowd, that soldier will not shoot. If that soldier knows that his mother is in that crowd, he will not shoot. If that policeman knows that his children is in that crowd, he will not shoot. That is one thing that Nigerians don't understand.
It's true.
That is, how can fear cripple you so much that you're suffering something that is worse than that, yet you are delaying it? You're sitting around waiting for the next 4 years or the next 8 years, because I tell you, the kind of election that will happen in the next 4 years, oh my God. Oh my God. I don't even want to think about it. It won't be an election. See the one that happened, all these off-season elections. See the one that happened in Kogi, Imo State, and which other states did the election recently?
Bayelsa.
And Bayelsa. Look at what happened. To the extent that Wike is coming openly to tell us that about his agreement with, what's the name of this one that is governor now? Sim. Like, they're discussing it openly. And like,
God Father and God Son.
We know that it exists, but for them to be talking about it on national TV and we are listening. Hey, Nigerians, who do you? Who do us this thing? We did not protest the midnight announcement. We did not protest the swearing in. We did not protest the appeal court judgment. Election petition tribunal. It was done by the appeal court, right?
Yeah.
The election petition tribunal judgment. We did not protest the Supreme Court judgment. We did not protest subsidy removal without a cushion. Up till now, nothing has been done about the insecurity. Not a single thing. Like, not even an announcement has been made. We did not protest that. We did not protest buying of SUVs in hardship. We did not protest. What else has happened?
Look at the recent contingent to
Dubai,
climate summit.
to the climate summit. We are not protesting. Like, what is wrong with Nigerians?
Like you say, shutting down. And the problem with Nigeria, I normally say, why I see all these protests, difficulties, the division in Nigeria is so much and so entrenched, especially between the North and the South. The South can even organize themselves better because they are more informed.
The South?
Yeah.
Don't even say that. You see the kind of fight that is happening online now is between Igbos and Yorubas.
I know the problem that this election brought, especially between Igbos and Yorubas. But Southerners, because of their level of education, most of them are informed. Even some of those Igbos and Yorubas protesting, most of them know the truth, but they're just arguing for maybe stomach infrastructure, according to Parish, because of what they get. They just want to see their man there.
So what do you think, Nene? About what we're talking about?
That is bad, that is
the corruptors. Why do you think that Nigerians are not protesting, asking for?
because they are scared.
They're scared, right? Anyway, we came here to rant. Yeah, that's the end of the rant.
Rant headquarters.
Bye bye. See you soon.